Ever get surprised by how the most ordinary things can be super interesting once you really look into
Oh,
them?
for sure, all the time.
Well, get ready, because that's what we're doing today.
Totally.
We're talking molybdenum.
Yeah.
We've got research papers, we've got articles, even a little bit of history sprinkled in,
Sounds like fun.
all about molybdenum.
Yeah.
And our mission today
All right.
is to kind of uncover why this element that we don't really hear a lot about is actually a bit of a hidden superstar.
Yeah, it's a great example of something you might glance over on the periodic table, but then it has a huge effect on so many different things in our lives.
Absolutely.
By the end, you'll be seeing molybdenum everywhere you look.
Oh, I believe it. So molybdenum 101, what is this stuff?
Well, you'll find it at number 42 on the periodic table, and it's a silvery gray metal,
Okay.
but it's almost never found by itself in nature.
Ah.
It loves to combine with other elements.
So it's a social butterfly.
Exactly. Very reactive forms compounds readily. But don't let that fool you. It's incredibly strong. It has the 6th highest melting point of any naturally occurring element,
Wow.
which is a scorching 2,622 degrees Celsius.
So it's
That's 14,752 Fahrenheit.
hotter than lava.
Yeah, much hotter than lava.
Yeah. So what makes it so resistant to heat?
Well, it all comes down to the bonds between the atoms. They're incredibly strong, so it takes an incredible amount of energy to break them.
Got it.
And there are only a handful of other elements, like tantalum and tungsten, that can even come close to that kind of heat resistance.
So it's a tough cookie.
Yeah.
And that explains why it's used in things like jet engines and nuclear reactors, right?
Precisely.
Where things get super hot.
Yeah, those high-temperature applications.
Yeah.
But there's more to it than just strength.
Okay.
Molybdenum also has a very low coefficient of thermal expansion.
Okay. And that's
Meaning it doesn't change size much when the temperature changes.
So it stays very stable.
Very stable, very reliable no matter how hot things get.
Okay.
Crucial for all sorts of engineering, especially when you need precision.
Yeah, I was going to say that's got to be very important for precision instruments and things like that.
Absolutely. Imagine a material in a jet engine
Right.
that expands and contracts unpredictably.
Yeah, that's no good.
A recipe for disaster.
Yeah. All right, so we've established that molybdenum is a modern-day workhorse. But what about its past? I
Yeah,
was reading that it pops up in a 14th century Japanese sword.
it's true. Historians have found traces of molybdenum in the steel. It was most likely an accident.
Yeah.
They didn't fully understand its properties back then, but
No.
they stumbled onto something special.
Like a happy little accident.
Yeah, lucky accident.
Yeah. So from ancient swords to modern marvels, it sounds like molybdenum has come a long way.
It really has. And you might not always see it, but it's all around us.
Okay.
Remember those high-temperature alloys?
Uh-huh.
They're not just in specialized equipment.
Right.
They're in power plants, heating systems.
Oh, so molybdenum is involved in keeping our homes warm.
Yeah, exactly.
And the lights on.
Keeping the lights on, all thanks to molybdenum.
Interesting.
There's another surprising use, lubrication.
Okay.
Ever use WD-40?
Of course.
One of the key ingredients is molybdenum disulfide.
Wow.
It's super slippery, and it can withstand incredibly high temperatures.
So the same element that helps build a jet engine also keeps my door from squeaking.
Pretty much,
Wow, that's wild.
molybdenum is a jack of all trades.
It really is, yeah.
From the most demanding industrial applications to everyday things around the house.
That's amazing.
But it's not just about machines and technology. Molybdenum is essential for life itself.
That's right.
Plants and animals need it to survive.
Yeah, this is where I think things get really interesting. Tell me more about the life-giving side of molybdenum.
Okay, well, it all comes down to enzymes. Those tiny molecular machines that drive biological processes.
Yeah.
Over 50 essential enzymes
Wow.
rely on molybdenum to function.
Okay.
One of the most important ones is called nitrogenase.
Okay.
It plays a crucial role in nitrogen fixation.
Nitrogen, I remember that was important. But give me a quick refresher, why?
Imagine you're a plant, you need nitrogen to grow. But you can't just absorb it from the air, even though it's all around you.
Right.
It's in a form that plants can't use.
So how do they get their nitrogen fix?
Well, that's where nitrogen fixation comes in. Certain types of bacteria
Okay.
can convert atmospheric nitrogen into a form that plants can use.
So they have like a special key.
Exactly. They unlock the nitrogen from the air, and guess what's a crucial part of that key?
Molybdenum.
Molybdenum.
Wow. So molybdenum is essential for transforming nitrogen into something plants can use. But how does that impact us? We're not plants.
Well, think about it.
Yeah.
Those plants that use nitrogen fixation become food for us or for the animals we eat.
Oh, right.
So molybdenum is indirectly feeding the whole planet.
Wow, it's like a chain reaction of life all fueled by this tiny element. So molybdenum is quietly sustaining the food chain, but does it have a direct impact on human health?
Absolutely.
Right.
Just like in plants, molybdenum is a vital part of several enzymes in the human body.
Okay.
And if you don't have enough molybdenum, these enzymes can't function properly.
Oh, so we need molybdenum to make those enzymes work. I
Yeah.
was reading that a human only needs about 1/3 of a gram of molybdenum in their entire lifetime.
It's tiny.
Such a tiny amount, so it
Hmm.
shows that even the smallest things can have a huge impact.
Absolutely.
But what happens if we don't get enough?
Well, in some parts of the world
Okay.
where the soil is deficient in molybdenum,
Okay.
people can experience some health problems.
Yeah,
This is especially true in parts of China and Iran,
got it.
where low molybdenum has been linked to a higher risk of esophageal cancer.
Wow. So molybdenum deficiency is a serious concern in those areas. What about the opposite?
Okay.
What if you get too much?
Well, that's where things get a little tricky. Remember how we said molybdenum is a social butterfly?
Yeah, always interacting.
Always interacting.
Yeah.
Well, too much molybdenum can interfere with the absorption of another essential element, copper.
Right, like a tug of war between the two.
Exactly. And if molybdenum wins, you can end up with a copper deficiency.
So it's all about balance.
It's all about balance.
We need enough molybdenum for those enzymes,
Right.
but too much can mess with other things.
Exactly.
So our bodies are constantly walking a tightrope,
All the time.
trying to maintain the right balance of all these different elements.
That's why a varied and balanced diet is so important.
That makes sense. This has been incredibly insightful.
Yeah, it's fascinating stuff.
We've gone from the heart of a volcano to the workings of our own bodies.
It all comes back to molybdenum.
It really does. And this seemingly ordinary element is clearly a lot more important than it first appears. But wait, there's more. We haven't even talked about where we find molybdenum in the modern world.
Yeah, and how it's extracted.
Exactly. So stay tuned as we delve into the world of molybdenum mining
Right.
and explore how this essential element goes from the earth to our everyday lives.
Sounds good.
Right. So we've learned all about how important and versatile molybdenum is.
It's pretty amazing, right?
It is, but where does it all come from?
Ah, good question.
I mean, it's not like you just dig a hole in your backyard and find molybdenum.
Well, not exactly.
Okay.
Molybdenum is usually found in a mineral called molybdenite.
Molybdenite.
Yeah, often tucked away with other metals like copper and tungsten.
So it's like a treasure hunt.
It is. You got to dig deep to find this molybdenite.
So that's where molybdenum mining comes in.
Precisely.
And I bet these mines are incredible.
They're pretty impressive. Yeah.
I mean, seeing how they extract molybdenite from the earth, that must be something
A
else.
huge process. Massive machinery, intricate tunnels. You need a deep understanding of geology.
Wow.
It's a testament to human ingenuity
Yeah.
to be able to extract these valuable resources.
But we can't forget about the environmental impact.
Yeah,
Right.
you're absolutely right.
I mean, anytime we dig into the earth, there's going to be some disruption.
Yeah, for sure.
So how's the industry addressing these concerns?
Well, there's a big push for sustainable mining practices. Things like minimizing waste and reducing water usage,
Makes sense.
and looking into ways to reclaim the land after mining is done.
So trying to minimize that impact as much as possible.
Exactly. Leaving things as close to how they were as possible.
But what about the molybdenum itself?
Okay.
Where does it go once it's extracted from the earth?
Well, first you have to process the molybdenite ore, separate the molybdenum from everything else.
Oh, yeah.
Then it's transformed into different forms depending on what it'll be used for, like molybdenum oxide or ferromolybdenum.
So it undergoes a whole
You
metamorphosis
could say that, yeah,
to become the molybdenum we see in our products.
pretty much.
Now, we've talked about industrial uses,
Right.
and we've talked about molybdenum in our food.
Yeah,
Are there any other surprising places where we might find this element?
you bet there are. Molybdenum's got some surprising uses.
Oh, like what?
For example, did you know it's used in solar panels?
Really? That's so cool. So the same element that helps power jet engines also helps us harness the power of the sun.
Yep, it's a key component in some types of solar cells.
Wow, what else?
And here's another one. Touch screens?
No way. So every time I use my phone, I'm interacting with molybdenum.
You got it.
That's amazing.
Molybdenum is in those transparent conductive layers
Oh, wow.
that allows them to respond to your touch.
It's incredible how molybdenum is everywhere these days.
It really is.
Makes you wonder what other hidden roles this element plays.
Well, there's one more fascinating aspect we haven't touched on yet.
Okay, what's that?
The journey of molybdenum through the human body
Okay.
how it gets absorbed and used and ultimately excreted.
So now we're going on a microscopic adventure
We
to
all.
follow molybdenum as it travels through the human body.
Exactly. So we've talked about how important molybdenum is for us,
Right, right.
but how does it actually get into our systems?
Yeah, it's not like we're taking molybdenum supplements every day or anything.
Not quite.
Okay.
The main way we get molybdenum is through our diet.
Okay.
So remember all those foods we talked about?
Yeah, yeah.
Legumes, grains, leafy greens, they absorb molybdenum from the soil,
Right.
and we either eat those plants directly or we eat animals that have grazed on them.
So molybdenum kind of hitches a ride on our food
Exactly.
and ends up in our bodies. Okay. Then what happens?
Well, once it gets to our digestive system, most of the action happens in the small intestine.
Okay.
That's where it's absorbed into the bloodstream.
So it enters the circulatory system and travels throughout the body. Where does it go from there?
Well, it doesn't just float around aimlessly.
Right.
It's got a job to do.
Okay.
It gets distributed to different organs and tissues
Okay.
where it's needed for those enzyme functions we talked about.
Like a delivery service?
Exactly.
Making sure the molybdenum gets to where it needs to be. What are some of those key destinations?
The liver is a big one.
Okay.
It's like the body's central processing unit.
Right. Handling so many different functions.
Exactly. And molybdenum is involved in a lot of those processes. So it's found in high concentrations there.
Yeah.
Then there are the kidneys.
The filter.
Yeah, our body's filtration system, getting rid of waste products from the blood. And that includes excess molybdenum.
Okay, so it's a very carefully choreographed dance
Yes.
happening inside of us. How do we ultimately get rid of that excess molybdenum?
Well, our bodies are really good at maintaining balance.
Yeah.
Once molybdenum has done its job, it's mainly excreted through our urine.
Our kidneys are amazing,
They really are.
filtering out what we don't need.
A small amount can also be excreted through bile, which is a fluid produced by the liver that helps with digestion.
Okay.
But here's where it gets interesting.
Right.
Remember that delicate balance between molybdenum and copper we talked about?
Right. Too much molybdenum can lead to a copper deficiency.
Exactly. So it's not just about getting enough molybdenum.
Mm-hmm.
It's about making sure we don't get too much either.
So our bodies were walking a tightrope,
Yeah, it's a constant balancing act.
trying to keep all those essential elements in harmony.
That's life.
What happens if someone is deficient in molybdenum?
Well, in a lot of cases, a simple change in diet can help.
Okay.
Eating more molybdenum-rich foods.
Makes sense.
But if the deficiency is more severe, supplements can be an option.
Good to know there are ways to address that. This whole deep dive has been incredible.
I know, right?
It's amazing to think that this element we rarely hear about
Yeah.
plays such a huge role in the world.
And in our own bodies.
It really does. So what's the takeaway for our listeners today? We've gone from volcanoes to the microscopic world of our cells, and it's clear that molybdenum is anything but ordinary.
It really shows how interconnected everything is.
Absolutely.
From making steel stronger to fueling the food chain,
To helping our bodies detoxify,
powering solar panels.
molybdenum is quietly shaping our world.
It's a silent hero.
It is. It is. So as you go about your day today, take a moment to appreciate those hidden wonders all around us. There's a story in every element,
A story of discovery.
and human ingenuity.
Exactly.
And remember, curiosity is the key to unlocking those stories.
So keep exploring
Keep questioning.
and keep diving deep into the fascinating world of science.
And we'll see you next time for another deep dive.